Hello and welcome to the joyful side. Today is a very important day. It is my 19th birthday and we know what that calls for here on the joyful side. I am going to be doing my third annual video of my 19 things I've learned in 19 years. This is my also third anniversary and third birthday of the joyful side, so happy birthday to the joyful side, and I'm very excited to film this video. I know it's been a little while, but we're gonna get into some good stuff tonight. We're just gonna start out strong. I do have my list of 19 things right here just so I stay on track and I don't just mumble the whole time. Number one, starting off strong. It always seems impossible until it's done. Let's rewind. I have always really wanted to study abroad and it felt like this big hard thing to do and accomplish, but long story short, I am going to study abroad next year in Costa Rica, and I'm going to be living there, studying there for 2 months out of the year of 2024. Listen, the day I found out I was approved to go and study at the program of my choice, I seen a sign outside of the school that I work at, and it says it always seems impossible until it's done. Everything aligned in that moment. I loved that. Number two, you always have a choice. You always in life, you always have a choice. I really believe in duality. One quote that I really like is as above is as below. So there's always two sides to everything. I don't really know how else to explain that one, but going into number three is the utilization and the understanding of the yin yang. I would like to research that a little bit more, but generally the yin yang, I'm gonna put a picture on the screen right now. So there's black in the white and white in the black, and I feel that demonstrates that there's always good in the bad and bad in the good, and perspective is how you view it, how you choose to go about it. And the yin yang, that just balance, that duality is something that I've learned is very useful for my perspective in the way that I look at life, live life, and love life. I love that one, I really do. So that was number three, is the yin and yang. Number four, three is my favorite number. Three is my favorite number. I mean, my birthday is December 30th. My name is Joy. I have 3 letters in my name. There's so many significance to why I love the number 3, but I've really, I've never had like a favorite number, a favorite color. Like my color always changes, you know what I mean? 3 is my favorite number. 3 is my favorite number. Number 5, you're not invincible. You are not invincible. Let me tell you, this year showed me that. This year showed me that. Your body will tell you when you need a break. Listen to your body. That's it. Just take a break. Number 6. This is a huge one. Huge one. So in the summertime, I went on an airplane for the first time. I went to Lisbon, Portugal. When I went to Portugal, so actually we went to Fatima for the first 2 days, and then we were in Lisbon the rest of the duration of the trip. Going out of your hometown, you learn so much and you grow mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. There's so many reasons for that, and I could justify that in a variety of ways, but bottom line is you grow and you will grow so much. I love this one. Number 7, we know that so I work with kids. I love my job. I love working with kids. I work with kids like all ages, and one of the biggest things, not so much learned. When I say things I've learned in 19 years, I don't mean things that I've only learned in the year of being 18. I'm 18 right now. Well, I'm 18 as I film this video, but it is my birthday. So I am actually 19 when you're watching this. But one of the things that I've learned in my life and when working with kids and everything like that is talk to children how you would have appreciated to be spoken to as a child. That's a huge one. There's a balance. There should be a balance between that, authority figure in working with children, but that also compassion and understanding and empathy and wanting to hear them, understand them, and make them feel seen. There's a really big difference there, and for me that's a really big part of my job that I ensure that I implement every day, is that I do make sure that the kids that I work with do feel seen and understood and heard. I just speak to them and treat them how I would have appreciated to be spoken to as a child. That's just a really big one, I want to say. Number 8, I really like this one too, needs versus wants. Okay, needs versus wants. We're in the year 2023. A lot of wants are not needs. A lot of needs are a lot of wants. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like not taking things for granted, not taking people for granted, not taking experiences for granted, living in the moment and understanding that the past is not physical, the future is not physical. All that is physical and all that is guaranteed is the present. right now. So when you learn to live in the moment, your life just changes because you're very grateful for what you have then and there. Because it's all you have. Your past is to grow from and learn from. It's not a life sentence. You have to take what you went through in your past and say, how can I grow from this? Why did this happen for me, not to me? It's just that change of perspective once again. Number 9 relates back to you're not invincible, your body needs rest, okay? Rest, there's many types of rest. Mental rest, physical rest, emotional rest. Like, resting your body does not only mean sleeping in your bed. But when it comes to sleeping in your bed, one thing that I found and I've done all year since last November till this day is sleep with meditation music. We know that I love and I talk a lot about the subconscious mind and how powerful it is. Like, it's literally 95% of your brain. So if you utilize that and understand that and do that shadow work and get to know the parts of yourself that you don't want to know, you're gonna go really far. But my point is, when it comes to subconscious mind and you're listening to that sleep meditation music while you're sleeping, you're consciously not hearing it, but your brain, your subconscious brain hears, it scans and takes in everything. So when you sleep with that meditation music, that's like rest for your mind. When you're sleeping, you're resting your body. Resting your mind, like meditation, is a form of rest for your mind. Sleep meditation music. I'm not saying you have to do a guided meditation every night. That's a great idea. But, oh my gosh, my camera's gonna die. I feel like that's a really good part of rest. Okay, I'm gonna charge my camera. It's flashing.
One eternity later.
I left off at number 9 about sleep meditation music, resting your mind, resting your body. The difference, they're both very much needed for rest. Number 10, see, I mean, right now, I really am liking my hair. Okay, it's better. Don't go get your hair cut. I mean, I learned not to go and get your hair cut. That's what I learned. Because in May of this year, I went to get a haircut at a curly hair specialist and she didn't do what I wanted her to do. Okay, let's leave it at that. Number 11, big one. We all know I'm all about, I have videos on self-validation, self-care, self-talk, all of that stuff. But when you're in a relationship, that does not go out the window. You didn't get this far just to get this far. In a relationship, sure, you're gonna get that extra validation, that extra love, that extra confidence, sure. But it doesn't mean that yourself, in giving it to yourself, it doesn't mean that that goes away, my girl. If anything, it's more important to make sure you don't lose that and you don't depend on that externally and only externally. Number 12, I love this one. So we talk about triggers, we talk about healing a lot here on the joyful side, but one of the things that I've learned, and honestly learned, I didn't know about this, and I did learn about this year, is glimmers. Glimmers are the opposite of triggers. Triggers are something that triggers you. It makes you feel upset. That reveals that you still have healing to do in that area of your life. But glimmers, see, they're the opposite. And those are the things that make you feel really happy. Those are the little things that add that glimmer to your life, that extra shine to your life. And when you notice them and you appreciate them consciously, that is a very good way to help like regulate your nervous system. There's a lot of research behind that. I'm not going to get into that right now in this video, but there is a lot of research, even like towards gratitude. Gratitude is scientifically proven to increase serotonin, like the happy chemical in your brain. So noticing those glimmers and noticing and appreciating those little things that make you happy are going to make you even more happy. Glimmers. Number 13, you're never gonna be ready. Okay, you're never gonna be ready to do something that you're scared to do. You just have to do it. I mean, take the flight. Say yes to going exploring the city. Just do it. If you don't, you're gonna have regret. Oh, I should have went out. Oh, I should have said yes. You always have a choice. See, there it is again. You always have a choice. Let that sink in. I'll wait. Yeah. Number 14. See, I love this one. It's always, here we go. Ready? It's always mind over matter. For example, let me give you a good example that I like. I'm sick. Okay. Are you sick or are you healing? See, your words matter. Your words matter. You're sick, okay, but you're healing. Tell yourself that. Believe that. Mind over matter. You're scared to do that thing. Mind over matter. Just do it. Just do it and tell the story later. Number 15, I like this one. You learn a lot by just walking and wandering. Like, not all who wander are lost. I really like that quote. I think they wrote that for me because I love to wander. I love to people watch. I like to walk around. I like to even like take the city bus and like just watch. You learn a lot. I mean, for example, this year, something I did a lot was walk aimlessly in Toronto. Like Toronto, Ontario, Canada. CN Tower. Hello. Drake City. Hello. But you learn a lot by just walking and looking and being conscious of your surroundings. Number 16, I like this one a lot. How to apply all you've learned. So in my 17 things I've learned video, I remember talking a lot about the things that I've learned and when it comes to healing and spiritual growth and all of that type of things, but it's actually how to apply it. And I feel that this year, that's something that I've utilized and I've done, is how to apply that. When to apply self-validation. When self-talk really matters most. How to continue that growth. Not just learn it, because I could have this wisdom in my mind and just, oh yeah, I know it, but when to apply it. Number 17, I also really like this one. Nothing good comes from force. Okay, let's talk. I know that like working towards a goal, that's great. I'm talking about forcefully doing something you don't want to do, or forcing somebody to do something that is not gonna, they don't want to. It's not natural. It's not gonna flow. It's not gonna align. Don't force something that's not already working. Again, listen to your body. Is it aligning with you? Is it aligning with your values? Is it aligning with your goals, your vision? Think about that one. I really like this one too, and this one's a big one. The relationship that you had or have with your parents has a very big role in how you view that gender. Not putting all women are this or all men are this. Getting rid of that black and white perspective has taught me a lot. Viewing everybody as their own individual is a lot better than categorizing this is this and that is that. Sit with that for a minute. Let's think about that, generate that, process that. Okay. And then the last one, number 19, it's okay to take a break. It is okay to take a break. Where have I been? Where have I been? I've been very, very busy. Okay, I've been a lot busier than I anticipated. Because for a lot of this year, I was like, oh, I really need to film. There we go again. Nothing good comes from force. I wasn't gonna produce content or upload content that was to my best ability. So taking that break, I feel was needed. But a lot of that break didn't feel like a break. It felt like I was slacking and it felt like I was behind. And when it comes to my YouTube channel, when it comes to, you know, something like that, that is my personal agency. See, I am my own boss when it comes to YouTube. Nobody tells me when, oh, you have to upload by then, you know what I mean? Consistency is key. We already talked about this one time. But in reality, sometimes it's not a reality, is that consistency, because it's just not possible. But taking a break is okay, and that's something I've learned very recently, since I hadn't filmed like pretty much all year. Because if you have noticed, the room that I am in is completely redone from my old videos. You can see clips of my bedroom. My bedroom is completely redone, and I did film it this year, but I had yet to edit it. It was something that I kept putting off, and there was a couple of roadblocks when it came to YouTube and my software, like just things, and I was really hard on myself. But I've learned that it's okay to take a break. It's okay to take that break. I'm still the joyful side, and here I am on my birthday uploading a video. Once again, these are things I've learned, okay? I really hope that in a way that what I said can help others. For example, changing that perspective, like little things like that. That's 100% why I do YouTube. I want to help people. We all know this. You know what I mean? But it's one of those things where, then again, nothing good comes from force. I can't force you to intake this knowledge and then apply it. I can only share, and then you do what you do. But I do what I do, and I am so happy to be back here on the joyful side. And I thank you for coming back to my YouTube channel. If there are any comments, questions, concerns, you want to have a conversation about one of the things I've learned, one of the things I said, my Instagram is always open. My DMs are always open. Feel free to contact me there. Once again, thank you for coming back to the joyful side, and I'll see you in my next video.